lot. Okay, man, let's go.
What's up, everybody? Big Will, K-Pop for Life, coming back at you. And, well, it's time for another episode of K-Pop Rants. So I was just watching a YouTube video from a guy named Terry TV. I'm sure you've seen it by now. If you haven't, I'll put a link in the description below. Basically, it was a video he made talking about YouTube K-pop reactors, and why these particular ones sucked for whatever reason. Most of his points were good, and I agree with him. But he got around to Briss X Life, and I've seen so many of these what essentially amount to, I don't want to say hit pieces, but kind of slandery videos about him, and I don't really understand it. There's probably been like 5 or 6 that I've seen. I don't know. When I watch the dude's videos, he seems like a legit, honest, kind of upfront guy who just is trying to spread a little bit of positivity around, right? I mean, I know you don't exactly get that on my channel, but somebody got to do it, right? If that's who you are, then, you know, more power to you. But I think it's interesting because some of the reasons were odd. You know what I mean? One of the reasons that was given was that he monetized his videos when Junghyun committed suicide, right? So videos that he made about Junghyun, he had monetized. And this is the same primary one I've seen in all of the other videos that cause people to hate him. And, you know, at first glance on the surface, it's easy to go, oh yeah, he was just trying to make a quick buck off of somebody else's tragedy. If you don't know how YouTube works, you can actually set it up inside the settings to where every video is automatically monetized. So that very easily could have been what occurred, because you make 300-400 videos, you spend all the time editing and posting, you could just throw it up. So I get why people would think that. It is human nature to jump to that conclusion, especially when so many people are hurt, or so many other people are pretending to be hurt to virtue signal. But I would say you need to take it in context and with a grain of salt and look at his overall record. There's no reason from all the videos I've seen and every interaction he has with his fans and his subscribers, I see no reason to assume the worst with the guy. He seems like a good dude. He seems like he's got a decent head on his shoulders. I mean, he even said in his response video to Terry TV that I just watched that he was super angry and he was hurt by it. But he wanted to say a bunch of mean shit, but he decided, no, I'm going to sleep on it, basically. You know, he waited a day to respond. It's a wise decision because, you know, you got time to mull it over and, you know, let it marinate and chew on it and masticate a little. And, you know, the anger goes away and you can, logic and cooler heads can prevail. The other thing was that he says black guy reacts to K-pop in his titles sometimes. It's not even all of them. It's just sometimes. It's a lot of them, but who cares? I mean, first off, he's a black guy that reacts to K-pop. So it's stating the obvious. All of his thumbnails have his face on them, and his face is black. So if it was just to say, guy reacts to K-pop, people would be able to put 2 and 2 together and go, oh, hey, it's a black guy. He's reacting to K-pop. This interests me. It's literally no different than putting new first time reaction to K-pop or my mom reacts to K-pop, etc. Again, if you already hate the guy for whatever your reasoning is, you're going to assume the worst. But you have to look at his overall content. You have to look at his track record when it comes to his behavior. I don't see any reason, in my experience, you know, I'm not an avid watcher or anything, but in my experience, when I've seen him and his general way he carries himself and everything, how he operates, I don't see any reason to think the worst right off the bat. The other thing that they kept bringing up was, and this one I've heard in a couple other videos too, including the Terry TV one, was the fact that he started a GoFundMe or a Kickstarter or something for to help his subscribers who help pay for him to go to the BBMAs last year to see BTS. It was like $860, and he didn't hold nobody at gunpoint. He didn't show up at nobody's house and like threaten a dog or something. He asked for money, and people willfully and willingly opened their wallets and sent him money. What is wrong with that? There's no problem with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If they want to donate money to whatever the hell they want to donate it to, Basket Weavers Club of America, it's their money. They can do whatever the hell they want with it. I know some people seem to have a problem with the fact that none of that's talked about. It's more that he asked for it because it's assumed that people who make YouTube videos make a lot of money. And in reality, they just don't. I mean, most of that content gets demonetized because it's copyright protected. It's somebody else's content. And there's other ways you can make money. You sell shirts and shit like that. But I see no problem with that. I mean, rich people ask for money all the time that they donate to charity. Like, oh, we raised $1 million. Bill Gates raised $2 million. He's the richest dude in the world. Why couldn't he just give $2 million? You know what I'm saying? Why does that matter? If people want to donate, let them donate. There's no reason to be mad at him about that. Even if he did ask. So what? So what? He didn't make anybody do it. I don't know. I've seen all these kind of little like hit piecey type things on him. I know people are butthurt about a lot of stuff that he's done. But it all seems... he does seem to be open to criticism. And he seems to be... willing to apologize when necessary. So, I mean, nobody seems to get any credit for that anymore. I don't know. Maybe there's something that I'm missing. But, I mean, there's a lot of asshole trolls online. You know what I mean? And he's gotten really big, really fast. I think he's pushing 200K right now in a pretty short amount of time. Like, I think a year or less. So... maybe that's why a lot of other reactors, and K-pop people on YouTube don't like him because they just salty that their channel sucks. I mean, I could just as easily be that way because I've been doing this for like 2.5 years and I just broke 20. You know what I mean? Maybe I'm going to start putting black guy reacts on my thumbnails and see if it changes anything, but keep my white ass face so people are just like, what's happening here? And they click just because they want to call me, a racist or whatever. Who cares? I don't understand why people get so mad about everything. Like legit. It's just K-pop, you guys. It's just K-pop. All the people that hate BrissX, it's just K-pop. I mean, in reality, all any K-pop reactor does is turn on a computer to somebody else's hard work and laugh, giggle, and talk about how much we like or don't like it. And then say, subscribe, hit the like button, see you next time. It's not a difficult thing. It's not a lot to it. And I don't understand why people get so mad about it. Like, especially without what seems like any real reason. I don't know. It's like 10 minutes now. I've reached the threshold to get the extra ad on my video. And also, it's like midnight and I'm tired. I just needed to ramble about it. I don't understand what the issue is. I know there's going to be a bunch of people throwing stuff in the comments. I don't want to hear your emotional bullshit, okay? I want an actual, valid, logical, well thought out reason why people don't like him so much. If you've never actually watched his channel and you just or watched his content and actually got a feel for kind of who he is, maybe not as a person, but at least how he presents himself in a public image, right? If you haven't done that and you've already jumped on the I hate BrissX life bandwagon, you're just an idiot. You're sheep. So think for yourself. Maybe actually go watch his content and see what you actually think of it firsthand versus what your favorite K-pop or some big YouTube personality says about it. And make your own decision. I don't know. I'm really curious to see what response I'm going to get on this video, because in no way do I claim to know everything about the guy. I mean, I've watched maybe 30 of his videos, plus the response video to Terry TV tonight, and I've watched probably 4 or 5 of the other like hit piece videos on him. And so if there's something I am missing, let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, keep on popping. And remember, it's not a trend. It's a lifestyle. Deuces.